A brand new 7-fight agreement has just been announced, and for boxing fans, that's incredibly exciting news. It means we'll be seeing you inside the ring for several more years. Naturally, people are already wondering which opponents might appear across those 7 bouts. So let's talk about the possible names. Honestly, anyone you mention could end up on that list. Let's go through a few fighters and see what you think. Shakur Stevenson? Absolutely possible. Ryan Garcia? Yes. Devin Haney? Definitely. Isaac Cruz? That could happen too, although I've already faced a couple of those guys before. What about Errol Spence? That's a fight people would love to see. Then there's the legendary Floyd Mayweather, even though that would be more of a dream matchup outside the ring. How about September or November against Teofimo Lopez?
Deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yep.
Ryan Garcia.
Yep.
Devin Haney.
Yep.
Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence.
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah, September. November.
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think is the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
Gervonta Davis looks completely prepared to step into the ring and settle things with his fists, and it's clear he's eager for the showdown to happen. During their recent face-off with Floyd Mayweather, the atmosphere became so heated that security had to rush in and separate them. The tension was impossible to ignore as Davis suddenly jumped from his chair, appearing ready to confront Floyd on the spot. The hostility between the two has clearly been building for a long time, and that moment showed everyone just how serious the situation has become. This situation goes far beyond a typical boxing match. It has turned deeply personal, and the drama surrounding it seems to be escalating with every passing moment. Floyd Mayweather has already returned to the gym, and a recent training video of his is spreading rapidly across the internet. Interestingly, the clip isn't going viral simply because of Floyd's well-known boxing brilliance, but because of the person standing right beside him during the workout. Shakur Stevenson. That's right, Floyd and Shakur have been putting in work together in the gym, and when 2 sharp boxing minds like that share the same space, it's hard not to imagine they're preparing something major behind the scenes. Now let's really dig into what's happening here. At the center of all this drama are 2 powerful personalities colliding. Floyd, the experienced veteran, has always been the one in control. For years he has been the man calling the shots, not only guiding his own career but also playing a major role in directing Tank's path. But things have started to change. Tank is rising fast, and it feels like he's beginning to outgrow that position. It's the classic mentor versus student storyline, except this time the student might actually have the power to knock out the master. That possibility is exactly what makes the situation so intense. Floyd's legendary reputation is part of what's at stake here. For years he has been viewed as untouchable and undefeated, but if Tank were to beat him, the entire narrative would shift. At the same time, Tank has everything to gain from a fight like this. Defeating Floyd would instantly elevate him, potentially cementing his place as the sport's next dominant superstar and a new face of boxing. Still, it raises an important question. Why would Floyd Mayweather even return to fight Gervonta Davis? After all, Floyd already has more wealth than most people could imagine, so it's clearly not about the money. The real answer appears much more personal. Floyd has grown tired of what he sees as Tank's repeated disrespect. Regardless of opinions about Floyd, it's hard to ignore the impact he had on building Tank's career and helping him reach global recognition. From Floyd's perspective, that history deserves respect. This comeback isn't just about another payday or adding another headline. It's about reminding Tank, and everyone watching, exactly who helped create the path that led him here.
My thing is,
I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. Just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
When you really think about it, the situation is incredibly ironic. Floyd Mayweather often says he's there to support Gervonta Davis, yet at the same time he's been seen offering guidance to fighters who are preparing to face Tank in the ring. At one point, Floyd even shared advice with Frank Martin about how he could approach a fight against Davis, reportedly giving him detailed insight on how to challenge him effectively. If that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows, Floyd was also spotted working with Martin during training sessions. It's easy to imagine that Tank didn't take that lightly.
About doing the pad work with Floyd, and he said you got the speed and the power to be a world champ. What did that do for your confidence? You can hear that from anybody, but Floyd is Floyd.
It was motivation, you know, because at that time too, man, I ain't had that IQ that I got now. So at that point, I was just really going off natural athleticism. So for him to tell me that at that time, getting deeper in my bag, trying to understand the game.
It's not like basketball where you got to depend on people. It's not like football. Like the work that you put in reflects directly with your results. People don't even know the amount of hours that y'all put into this.
We ain't got no backup. We got a bad day, whatever. We ain't got nobody to come through for us. It's all on.
Unfortunately for Frank, all the preparation and guidance didn't make much difference once he stepped into the ring with Tank Davis. When the fight finally unfolded, it ended the same way many of Tank's matchups usually do. Despite the strategy and training behind him, Frank Martin couldn't withstand the power and precision coming his way, and like so many before him, he eventually found himself knocked out by Davis. After the fight, Gervonta Davis didn't hesitate to call Floyd out and reveal something shocking to the public. Yes, according to Tank, Floyd had people secretly watching him while he was out doing his roadwork runs. That's right, Davis claimed that during his training sessions outside, someone was following his movements and keeping track of him.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him. Because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situation.
Another factor that pushed Tank Davis to send Floyd a fight contract he simply couldn't ignore involved a major shakeup at Mayweather Promotions. Floyd decided to remove Leonard Ellerbe from his position as CEO, a move that many believed was driven by personal disagreements. Reports suggested Floyd wasn't pleased that Ellerbe had openly supported Gervonta and stood behind him ahead of his fight with Martin. Because of that tension, Floyd chose to make a change he felt was necessary. The decision didn't sit well with Tank at all, and it clearly struck a nerve. Davis didn't hide his frustration either, especially when he was seen speaking openly about the situation while exchanging words with Errol Spence Jr.
What done? What's the name of it?
So you got your people. Y'all all stepping, huh?
Nigga, where they at? I don't know. You don't like
Frank.
what they mean? I don't like Floyd, motherfucker. No, you don't.
EJ do the track.
Here's where the story gets even more intense. Floyd claimed he agreed to Tank's fight proposal because he wanted to humble him after all the repeated jabs and disrespect. But according to recent claims from Gervonta Davis, that explanation might not be the real reason at all. Tank revealed that he recently secured a deal far bigger than anything Floyd expected, and that revelation changed the narrative. If there's one thing everyone knows about Floyd, it's that his pride has always been sky high. The idea of another fighter rising higher in the business side of boxing is something he's unlikely to take lightly.
Set you off because he was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He fat.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it?
You know, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of it.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see.
Gervonta Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, is fully prepared for the showdown and isn't holding back with his words. He boldly stated that karma will eventually catch up to Floyd once they step into the ring together. Ford even predicted that when the fight begins, Floyd could find himself hitting the canvas much earlier than anyone expects.
When it comes to the Floyd situation, you know, Floyd is Floyd. That's not you can't man. But at the end of the day, you know, man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. The rock and roll that we said was going on. Just pay attention, man. The story's gonna be building, so, you know. But again, no kind of burn person. Somebody could just a true color person who's coming out there. You can't stand, you know, calm is just. But I don't like using that word. You know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows.
If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming content. Don't forget to share your opinions down in the comments section as well. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next video.